Hello, my beautiful ones. Today's lesson is going to be on Andrew and Matthias. Yes, y'all, we're going to talk about Drew and Matt, the disciples. Now, this story comes from the Apocrypha. And the moral of this story is be careful when you say you belong to God. Be careful when you say you want to be used by God. Be careful when you say, Lord, use me. I present myself as a living sacrifice. Lord, wherever you send me, I'll go, Lord. Just I want to be used by you. After I read this story to you, tell me if you will go willingly, freely, without question. If God tell you to go somewhere now, check this out. It says, I had wrote this down, by the way. So I'm going to be paraphrasing and speaking in my own tone, but I'm going to get this story out to y'all. Now listen to this. The disciples cast lots. Matthew got the short straw. That's messed up. I'm always getting the short straw, y'all. Okay, let me go back. He had to go to the land of the man-eaters to preach the gospel. These people ate no bread and drank no wine. They ate flesh and drank blood of men, and every stranger that landed there took. They put out his eyes and gave him a magic drink that took away his understanding. But that jump made me think about Hannibal. They probably was some happy people when they seen people coming in because they didn't eat bread or wine. Did y'all hear that? They drank blood and they eat people. And Matthew got the short straw because this happened after Jesus had done been crucified and everything, and they had to go on the four corners and preach the word. So they drew straws to see who would go where. I would have told them, I don't give a dang if that stick short. Y'all can kiss my butt. I'll go where I want to go. I ain't going over there. I would have been a disciple that was unruly, y'all. Okay, it says, Matthew arrived. He was treated the same, but the drink had no effect on him. He remained in prayer the entire time. A mind of Christ is solid, y'all. He remained praying to God for help. So they caught Matthew, right? And they cut out Matthew's eyes. And they gave Matthew something to drink. Y'all, they could have kissed my butt with that short straw. Just telling me it's a land of the man eaters. Oh, Tasha, this disciple would have been disrespectful. I would not have went. I would have been disobedient, okay? It says, a light came and a voice, Matthias, my beloved, receive sight. And he saw, I won't forsake you. Abide here 27 days, and I will send Andrew to deliver you and the rest of the people. I would have been like, Lord, 27 days with these crazy motherfuckers. Lord, if you don't get me out of here. They took my eyes. Okay, but it said God gave Andrew back his eyes, y'all. Matthew back his eyes. Still, now you can see these jokers. Now you can see what these people doing. I don't know what's worse. It's like, God, what is your plan, man? Man, you really, really, really going hard for God when you go do some crap like this, y'all. I think I would have failed this test. It says, when you show up, others get saved too because you're there. They will witness a miracle through you. They will be saved through you and your obedience. So this is why you have to go, y'all. I'm reading what I wrote down, y'all. So I'm going to be explaining as I go. But when you show up, when you do what God tell you to do, when you let go of the fear, others will be blessed by you showing up. And it's like you will demonstrate something that they need to see to put a stain in them so they can remember and know how to get home to God. I wrote, obedience is for others as well as yourself. It's a benefactor that benefits the whole area, the whole region. Now, The reason he had to go over there, because God saw some good in them people. I don't know what he saw, but he saw some good in them people. Well, I guess we could say the same thing. Lord, I don't know what you see in me, but you see something. It says, after this encounter, Matthew continued in song. His soul got happy after seeing God, and God gave him his eyes. Well, after hearing God's voice and he got his eye, his soul got happy. Y'all, he started singing his butt off. His soul was rejoicing. But man, that had to be depressing when God said, remain here for 27 days. Andrew gonna come and save you. Only people that have seen the Messiah can tell. Bear witness to these stories. They are first-hand accounts. You can't talk about the Messiah. You can't speak on the Messiah unless you have saw the risen Messiah. Like you can't speak on the resurrected Christ unless you have seen a vision of him. And y'all, I have seen a vision of him like 6 times in my lifetime. When the executioners came to take the victims, Matthew kept his eyes closed. You better keep them goddamn eyes closed. Let them find out you can see. They checked his ticket, and he had 3 more days before he was ripe enough to eat. All victims had a ticket to show when his thirsty days would be fulfilled. When the 27 days elapsed, the Messiah appeared to Andrew, told him what was going down in the 3 days. Go get Matthew now. He was concerned he couldn't make it in time. God left him a boat at the shore, told him to get on it. So Andrew and his boys left. See, at first Andrew was like, but God, how I'm going to get there? Can't you send somebody else? It's the city of the man eaters. Matthew tried to get out of it, and God was like, look, when I tell you to do something, I want you to do it. If I wanted somebody else to do it, I'll tell them it's a boat gonna be waiting on you. Man, you can't even get out of it when God put you on a mission. Because that joker can make it all possible. It ain't no such thing as it ain't happening, or it's a problem, or it's a stall, or it's a procrastination. No, it's going down. They found the boat and 3 men. The pilot was the Messiah. The other 2 were angels, but y'all, Andrew didn't even know. He thought he was just getting on the boat, and it was a pilot and 2 other men on the boat, right? Andrew explained where he needed to go. He didn't know that the Messiah was the pilot or the captain. Andrew asked if they were going to the man-eater's land. If so, I would go there too. Man, like these people going there. You know what I'm saying? You know how God tell us do something. You know you want to ask somebody to take you somewhere and, you know, do something for you. But you got to find a way to kind of ease it on in there. He going to ask, you going to the land of the man-eaters? If you is, I'm going. Luckily, it was Jesus, because if it had been a Negro, he would have been like, dude, no, I ain't going over there. You better go catch you another boat somewhere. Andrew, like, we ain't got no money. Pilot, like, dude, don't worry about it. Andrew was like, well, we the disciples of Christ. So he told us when we go somewhere, don't bring food, don't bring water, don't bring money. And the pilot was like, well, since you're a disciple of Jesus Christ, you get on this boat. You don't need no money. I'll take you where you got to go. Keep in mind, y'all, it's Jesus the whole time. Y'all, he could be anybody. And y'all want to say he wasn't Elijah, okay? Jesus offered to set them ashore, but they refused to leave Andrew. After he had ordered 3 loaves of bread and told them to eat the bread, but they were all seasick, right? So God put them to sleep to calm them. To calm them, Jesus told Andrew to tell of the wonders of his witnessing of Jesus. While he was telling his stories, he was praying for sleep to fall upon them, to give them rest, and they fell asleep. Y'all ever been talking to somebody and then you be talking about some other stuff in your mind? I do it all the time. I can be talking to somebody and praying for them at the same time. I could be talking to somebody and smiling at them and cussing them out in my mind at the same time. Andrew and Jesus are now alone. Andrew like, man, how long you been doing this? You handling this boat on this sea. The pilot said, I've been doing this for 16 going on 17 years. Y'all hear Jesus playing his role as the pilot, right? Andrew like, man, it feel like we on land. I can't even feel the movement of the sea. Jesus said, I too have been in danger of the sea, but because you are a disciple of Jesus, the sea knows you and is still. Ain't that something? I told y'all these words was alive, that everything is alive, nothing is dead. He said the sea know you. So the sea ain't gonna act up on you. The sea remember them, y'all. Remember they was in the boat with Jesus and the fish, and Jesus and Peter tried to get out and walk on the water. Them disciples was on that water all the time with Jesus. So that water know better, y'all. And if y'all only knew what water really was, she wasn't gonna hurt her babies. So Andrew praised God that he had met such a man. Jesus said, tell me why the Jews didn't believe on your master. Andrew said the miracles, still they wouldn't believe. Man, all these miracles that he did, them people wouldn't believe no matter what. Jesus said, perhaps this didn't happen before the high priest. Andrew said, yes, it did, openly and privately. Jesus said, what did he do in secret then? Andrew like, dude, why so many questions? The pilot says, it's making my soul rejoice. Y'all know what? How many times y'all done entertain God or Jesus or an angel and don't even know it? Ha ha. Always be on guard, y'all. Once, us 12, this is what Andrew said, once us 12 went with our Lord to the heathen temple so he could show us the ignorance of the devil. The high priest saw us and said, why y'all following this man? Ain't this Joseph's son? God got his own son. Like he said, he would bring them to the temple to show him the ignorance of the devil. Little did they know they was talking about them, right? But Jesus felt the disciples' heart drop and took them into the wilderness and did mighty signs and works to strengthen their faith up. They wanted to prove to the high priest they were wrong and told them to come and see, because he has convinced us. Like, he done convinced us, man, y'all ought to come back here and see what he doing and what he got going on. Y'all talking about he ain't who he say he is. Come back here and see then. When they arrived, Jesus showed them the form of the heavens so you can learn whether it is true or not. By this time, 30 men of the people and the 4 priests, the high priest, was in there being marveled, watching that all this stuff take place, y'all. That's 34 people plus the 12 plus Jesus, okay? There were 2 sphinx, one on the right and one on the left of the temple. Behold, the form of the heaven. These are like the cherubim and seraphim in heaven, as above, so below. Where you think you'll get your ideas from? To the one on the right, this is what Jesus said. You with semblance of that which is in heaven, made by craftsmen, come down and convince these priests whether I be God or man. Y'all, he told some rocks to testify to these men. He told some rocks to get up and convince these men. Y'all, don't let no rock get up and testify the word of God to you. Don't be so bold in what you think you know that you don't know, and you got to come back and look stupid. Saul, Paul, Jonah. Y'all see these people I've been doing these stories on. The Sphinx said, Y'all know what the Sphinx is. Them little things that look like lions that be by the pyramids. They got the big old wings, the big old stones. It's two of them. They look like a lion and some type of weird looking face on them. Well, that's what he was talking to. And this is what that thing said to these people. It said, "Oh, foolish sons of Israel, this is God who made man. Tell me not that I am a stone image. Better are the temples than your synagogues. Tell me I'm not a rock. Tell me I'm not a stone. Now, how you gonna tell this man he not who he say he is, y'all? I get that. I don't know if y'all do. If it flew over your head, I'm sorry. It says, the temples will abolish your synagogues and become the church of the only begotten Son of God. Meaning, do your synagogues ain't nothing. They gonna be told down. God don't like them, and he gonna name his church after your temple. Like, he gonna put his name on it. Jesus said to the Sphinx. Nah, it said, hold on, I'm sorry. I skipped one. It says, they called it magic, then tried to be smart, saying the Son of God spoke to Abraham. They were like, man, many people can pull these tricks off. The Son of God, he spoke to Abraham. Little did they know he is the one that they believed in, and he came to them and they didn't even believe in him. He is the one that they wrote about. He is the one that they basing all their belief on. And they don't even believe it's him. Like, they can't even recognize him. They don't see his reflection, y'all. And then they going to try to be smart and say, well, our Messiah talked to Abraham. He seen Abraham. Check this out. Jesus said to the Sphinx, go get Abraham from the cave of Mamre. Go call him. Bid him rise with Isaac and Jacob. Tell them to come to the temples of the Jebusites. I don't know how to say their name right. To convict the priests. They did so, and Jesus sent them back. Y'all, not only did he call Abraham, but he called Isaac and Jacob too. He said, that ain't nothing. Who else you want to see? Who else dead that you done wrote about, that you talking about for fulfilling scripture? Who else you want to see? Tell me, who else do you need to see? Still, they weren't convinced, y'all. Even though Abraham came and talked to him. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And he supposed to be the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And what would it take for you to believe? Like, what do God got to do to convince you that he is real? You who say that he's not real. I hope you don't have to go through this trouble. You know what I'm saying? It says, Jesus leaned over to speak with his crew member. Then Andrew fell asleep. Y'all. They were placed on the shore. Andrew and the crew woke up. Andrew realized he was in the presence of Jesus. All his crew members were dreaming of paradise and saw Jesus on the throne. Y'all, while they was on that boat and they went to sleep, they was dreaming. They was dreaming of goodness. They was seeing Jesus on the throne. Like, they was in heaven when they went to sleep. And y'all, Andrew felt so bad because he did not realize that he was actually witnessing to Jesus what he did. Do y'all know how happy that made Jesus when he come to you and he be talking to you and you be telling him about him and you be excited about it and you be hyped up about it? Like, he get to see your realness. Y'all, he could come as a child, an old man. He could come in any form that he want to. That's why you always gotta walk your walk and talk your talk, and don't never put it down. It says, Andrew, excited, called on Jesus because he didn't recognize him. This time, Jesus appeared as a beautiful young child. You see how Jesus keep on morphing into different people? Told Andrew what awaited him to be He told Andrew what was awaiting him when he got to that city. And he kind of let Andrew know what all he was going to have to go through to go rescue Matthias. They entered unseen, went to the prison. Andrew said, a prayer that killed 7 guards immediately. Dude just started praying and people just started dropping dead. Oh Lord, the power of the logos when you going in God's name. At the sign of the cross, the doors open. No locked doors. No locked doors in here. All they did was show the cross to the door and it opened. Andrew found Matthew and the others. They were eating grass. Both prayed and laid hands and restored the people's sight. Then their senses told them to go out and go under this fig tree and wait for him. It was 270 men and 49 women. Andrew commanded a cloud, and it took Matthew and the disciples and the brethren to the mount where Peter was teaching, and they remained. Man, Andrew say everybody where they were supposed to go, and he stayed. It's like, Lord, why I can't go with them? I done did all this, and you leaving me down here with the man eaters? What is wrong with you? God plan when finish, y'all. Oh my God, he could take you through some stuff. Oh Lord, when you want to be used by him. Andrew stated, Andrew started walking. He walked in the city and sat down by a brazen pillar with a statue on it to see what would happen. They found the prison empty and 7 guards dead. First, they like, get them guards and let's eat them. We eating them today, y'all. That was the first thing them crazy people thought about. Andrew, appalled at their acts, calls God and told him to look at their behavior. He like, Lord, look at their behavior. Look at how they acting. They ain't even gonna get them in no funeral. They ain't gonna let them in, like the family in on what done happened to the people. They like, man, grab them folk. We about to eat them folk. And then they went and was worried about the prisoners. As they were preparing to cut the men up, Andrew prayed. Their swords turned to stone. They said, it's a sorcerer in the city. What the heck? We hungry. Go find old men. Go find the wizards in the city. They found 215 and lots were cast for 7. One man said, here, eat my young son instead of me. Don't eat the rulers. One said, I have a daughter. Take her too. So the children were brought, begging for their lives. There was no pity. Y'all, can you imagine what the hell going on? And y'all think today is evil? I think evil been here since the beginning of time. Evil ain't never went nowhere. What's the difference between today and back then? Look at what the hell these people doing, and they still eating children. They still eating people. They still keeping up with their evil ways. It's never went anywhere, y'all. It was here before we was here. Okay, it says, Andrew prayed again, and the swords turned to stone and fell from their hands. This set off an alarm, because they were about to eat them children. Them people who said, don't eat me, eat my children, they were about to eat the children. And Andrew prayed and turned their stuff to stone. And this made them be like, okay, who is it? Who is it? Then the devil came, y'all. Then the devil came. Remember, y'all, when it was Saul on the road to Damascus, who met him? Jesus met him on the road. Like, you ain't finna keep on killing these people. You ain't finna keep persecuting these Christians and following these Christians. You done made this your life mission. It stops here. It stops today. So y'all, in this land of the man eaters, this where the devil was hanging out. It said, then the devil came in the form of an old man and said, woe to you, you will all die of hunger. But look now and search for a man named Andrew. He's the cause of y'all trouble. Y'all can't eat because of this man named Andrew. Andrew the one putting the spells on y'all. Andrew was looking right at the devil, and the devil couldn't see him, y'all. Tell me this apocrypha don't have it going on, y'all. Andrew said, oh, be liar. Oh Lord will humble thee to the abyss. This is what Andrew said. Because the devil could hear him, but the devil couldn't see him. The devil said, I hear your voice, and I know it. But where you stand, I see not. Andrew said, art thou called Amael? Amael. I don't know how to say that word, y'all. Because thou art blind. The devil is blind, y'all. I didn't even know that. The devil said, look for the man who spake to me. For it is he. Like it's somebody talking. It's somebody in my head. It's him. Y'all go find him. That's something else. And y'all think the devil got all power. That devil ain't powerful, man. They shut the gates, locked everywhere, locked it down, and couldn't find him. God said, let them see you, Andrew. They captured him and debated about what to do with Andrew. They did X, Y, Z to Andrew. Y'all, they took Andrew up through there. I'm like, okay, now I'm confused, Lord. Why in the world did you tell this man to reveal himself? Why this man couldn't leave with everybody else? He would have been safe. What else are you trying to do, Lord? Like, God dang, these people evil. Man, they drove this man through the streets. They got done, starved him. Man, they beat him. They did all types of torture to Andrew. Andrew blood was on the streets. Where his flesh was, because they was dragging him, and his skin and his blood was just all over the street. It says his blood created flowers on the street. Then Andrew fought back. And then when he fought back, after he went to God and said, God, like, why is you doing all this to me? And God, like, look at the streets, Andrew. Look at the streets, y'all. So his blood created flowers. But after he seen that, he got some type of power, some type of authority. Like he got his aunt back, right? So it said, then Andrew began to fight back. He poisoned the water and killed all of them. Brought them back to life and gave them over to the precepts of God. And I'm going to end right there. Y'all, I see why they took this out the Bible, because this was like a sci-fi movie, wasn't it? This was like something unbelievable. But think about it. You dealing in spirit. So in spirit, it's just like looking at TV. Where you think they get these movies from? Where you think they get these ideas from? But y'all, if God tell you to go to the land of the man-eaters, will you go? If he tell you they're going to torture you, they're going to cut your eyes out, they're going to give you a drink, they're going to try to drive you crazy. Like they're going to put a tag on you and tell you like how long it's going to take to eat you. I would have to question whether that was God or not. You know what I'm saying? But in the end, he ended up saving these people. I guess all these people became better because of Andrew. Even though you got to go through some things, y'all, it making me think about my situation. I always told God to use me as a living sacrifice. I used to say that all the time. I used to say, Lord, make me your instrument. I did not know I was going to lose my heart. I did not know I was going to be in this position by myself. I didn't know I was going to be going through something that nobody else has ever went through in the world. So guess what? Somebody has to do it. Somebody has to make the way, y'all. It's just like my blood being scraped on the pavement and done created flowers all over the earth. Y'all know what's crying from the ground right now? Now blood is actually crying. Blood is actually crying from the ground, y'all. And guess what? It's about to get its revenge. That's what's going down, y'all. It's a spiritual warfare. But my thing is, to be used by God, you got to be in. You got to be in. Your life don't belong to you anymore. You have decided to use God's will and make it your will and go the way God wanted to go. See, God ain't so much concerned about you. God concerned about everybody. He concerned about everything. So when he tell you to do something, it's for a big purpose. It's for a region. It's for a nation. It's for a country. It's for a people, because he is a plural God. He don't just bless you and nobody else is going to be blessed from it. When he bless you, trust me, other people are going to benefit from the blessings. When he bless other people, you benefit from the blessing. That's why when you pray, never pray selfish prayers. Whatever you pray for yourself, just pray for others. That's the secret of the Our Father which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. He prayed for all of us. He prayed for everything, the elementals, the earth, the wind, the fire, the water, the dirt, the grass, everything. You are God. So mimic him.